Sometimes, the cruelest thing love does isn't breaking your heart. It's hiding the truth from you until it's too late to change anything. That's what happened to me the day I found the letter. A simple envelope, yellowed at the edges, tucked beneath the loose floorboard of my new apartment. It had no business being there. And yet, when I pulled it out, my entire life, everything I thought I knew about love, about regret, about destiny, was rewritten in an instant. The name on the front was mine, and the date in the corner was 10 years old. I remember sitting there on the floor, my hands shaking as I ripped the seal. My first thought was that it had to be some mistake, a prank, maybe even a lost piece of junk mail. But the handwriting, it stopped me cold. I knew those loops, that slant, that delicate way the letters curled into one another. It was hers. It was Emily's, my best friend in college. My secret love. The girl who made every crowded room feel empty the second she walked in. We had been inseparable back then. Movie nights, endless conversations, coffee runs that stretched until sunrise. And yet, in all those years, I never told her how I really felt. I told myself it was because I valued our friendship too much that saying the words would ruin everything. But deep down, I was a coward. And now, a decade later, I was holding her voice in my hands. I unfolded the letter and began to read. Daniel, if you're reading this, it means I finally found the courage I never had when you were around. I'm writing to tell you what I've been too afraid to say. I love you. I always have. Tonight, I'll be waiting at the cafe by the river, our cafe. If you come, maybe that's our answer. If you don't, I'll know you never felt the same. My chest tightened. I could hear her voice in every word. The cafe. The same cafe where we had spent countless evenings laughing over chipped mugs of coffee, where we shared dreams too big for the tiny tables that held them. She had been waiting for me there 10 years ago, and I realized something that nearly broke me in half. That night, the one she had written about, I had been there too. I remembered it vividly. I had gone, unsure of why, just hoping to see her. I sat at a corner table for hours, watching the door, praying she'd walk in and tell me everything I was too scared to say. But she never showed. Eventually, I left, convinced I had been a fool for even hoping. All this time, I thought she hadn't wanted me. But the truth was, her words never reached me. Fate had stolen our chance. I pressed the letter to my chest, tears spilling down my face. For days, I couldn't sleep. Every moment was filled with what-ifs. What if the floorboard hadn't swallowed her letter? What if I had searched harder for the truth? What if I had told her how I felt when I had the chance? 10 years, a decade lost to silence. I couldn't let it go. I had to know where she was, what had become of her. So I searched. I went back to our old campus. The lecture halls smelled the same. The library still carried that quiet weight of unspoken words. I asked old friends, professors, anyone who might have kept in touch with her. Most had noted a few gave me fragments. She had moved away. She had started working in publishing. She had been in love once, maybe even married. Piece by piece, I traced her life like a ghost chasing footsteps. Until one evening, I found myself standing outside a suburban house, heart pounding. Through the window, I saw her. Emily, older now, but still unmistakably her. The curve of her smile, the way her hair fell loosely around her shoulders. It all came rushing back. She was setting the dinner table. A man walked into the kitchen, kissed her cheek. A little girl came running in, laughing as Emily scooped her up. My knees nearly gave out. She had built a life, a family. She was happy. And I was just a decade too late. I didn't knock. I couldn't. What right did I have to barge in and unravel everything she had built? I stood there for a long time, the letter in my pocket burning like fire, before I finally turned and walked away. But I couldn't leave without saying something. The next morning, I went to the cafe by the river, the one where it all could have begun. The tables were older, the paint on the walls chipped, but the memories were the same. I ordered a coffee, pulled out a pen, and began to write. Emily, I found your letter. 10 years late. And the truth is, I loved you too. I always did. I was just as afraid as you. And because of that, we lost our chance. But maybe love isn't about beginnings or endings. Maybe it's about knowing, even from a distance, that what we felt was real. You were my greatest almost, and I will carry that with me forever. I left the letter tucked between the pages of the cafe's old menu book, the same one we used to scribble doodles on. Maybe someday she'd find it. Maybe she wouldn't. But as I walked away, I felt a strange peace. Because love doesn't always need a perfect ending. Sometimes it just needs to be known.